where we get reacquainted, go from being a club and a clubhouse here to being all up and down this coast.
It's very significant because it is part of, in fact, an ancient tradition. The birth of the modern sail pass goes back only about 200 years. Tradition started 600 years ago when monarchs and admirals would review entire fleets.
It's right on the front page of our yearbook. Built on tradition, embracing tomorrow. We involve youngsters, new families, and even old guys like Nick and I. And that's why it's important. It's important because it's right at that place where we move from today to tomorrow. And hopefully we can always do that.
The key element is, of course, that sailing past our Commodore. On passing the Commodore, a vessel needs to dip its ensign. The other element of that is that the skipper will salute Commodore while his crew stands along the rail at attention. And an important point to note is that to salute, you have to be wearing a uniform cap. That's a worldwide tradition. You never ever salute if you're not wearing a uniform cap. And that's when you can relax a little bit more and really have fun. And what we shouldn't lose sight of amongst all this pomp and ceremony is that this has to be about having fun. The involvement can be just in watching what's going on as close to the water as you can, but there are still some very good views from the front lawn and the clubhouse.
Well, for members, as we've already talked about, it's reconnecting, start of the sailing season. For guests, it's discovering what our club is. And for both, it's increasing our sense of involvement with the community, which is always important and should always be worked on. The juniors that were coming in to help lead down to the boats, as we know, and around for the day and doing the judging, I asked them and I said, do me a favor. Throughout the day, go up and ask members what's the most important thing. And then at the end of the day, come back and tell me how many got it right. And they did. They came back and they said, I think it was about 50% got it right. But at about 3 p.m, as we all know, that's when we can kind of ease off. The sail pass is done, the party's on, and we about 2 hours away from sunset ceremony. So I'm relaxing and chatting with friends. And that's when it happened, what I hoped would happen. A bunch of friends started coming up and going, Don, what's going on with the sail pass? Kids keep coming up to me and going, what's the most important thing for today? And it took children to remind us that having fun was the most important thing. And that's my favorite story.
23 years, Josh, of membership, but my wife and I have missed one in that time. And we feel strongly that the significance is to show respect for your club and particularly respect for your Commodore, an opportunity to show off your boat, to demonstrate that it's a fine-looking, seaworthy vessel, and respect is the real key thing.
Everybody, every member that can, should, and I know that we have some members right now on the other side of the 49, and I would encourage them to please come. You're a member of this club. We've been friends a lot longer than this thing that's been going on, so have no fear. Please join us. Everybody should join us. It only gets better if we keep building it.